Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at ArklateXhomepage.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces with your Monday morning forecast update. A very windy and warm day as well. In fact, kind of borderline hot later today as we could see some record highs fall across the region. We do have forecast highs, much of the region, around 90 degrees this afternoon, and perhaps as high as 91 in Shreveport, where the record high is 92. We'll have a little bit of sun later today and a very breezy south wind, and that's one of the reasons we will see those temperatures kind of push 90 degrees or so this afternoon, which would be the first time this year we hit 90 in Shreveport if that does occur for us. But look at the temperatures, which feel great this morning. We're in the 60s north of I-30. The rest of us starting out here in the low 70s. Starting to feel the wind pick up as well. You definitely heard a little bit of wind with the system that moved through yesterday. The winds continue to move through this morning at about 10 miles per hour. We actually do have a lake wind advisory that will go into effect at 10 a.m. this morning. The south wind gusts will be between 20 and 30 miles per hour through 6 p.m. as we do have a cold front on the way tonight, and that front could bring potentially a few strong to severe storms. But the setup for us today, obviously, we have the very warm air in place out ahead of that cold front as we'll wind up in the upper 80s and low 90s. The frontal system is still back in the panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma, and the upper level support that will kind of nudge that through is back here in the Rocky Mountains between Utah and Colorado right now. But as that kind of swings through later tonight and tomorrow, we'll bring some of the ingredients here for a few strong to severe storms, especially north of the Arklatex. But we are in an area here where we could see a few strong to severe storms, especially across I-30 later today. So we've got a couple different forecast models here. I've picked the one of the high resolution models, which is by far the most aggressive as far as the rain and storms today. I think the bottom line here through the day, most of us will be dry, but we do have that slight chance of rain, and that would mainly be down across Toledo Bend later today, but just kind of a partly cloudy afternoon. You can see the storms firing up here tonight, so it may not be until midnight tonight that we begin to see some of those thunderstorms move into the northern Arklatex. But this model, and a lot of the models show the storms weakening out pretty quickly, but that frontal boundary will still kind of be stretched across the Arklatex tomorrow, so we may see some of these storms kind of reignite in the warm air tomorrow afternoon, especially to the east of Interstate 49. So we do have some lingering rain in the forecast for your Tuesday as well. But as far as the severe weather threat, again, as far as any storms here across the I-30 corridor, the recipe is there. The ingredients are there to see some damaging wind gusts as well as some large hail, and there would be a lower threat for maybe a tornado or two here. But again, just because we have this slight risk doesn't mean there will be storms covering this entire area. There's a lot of uncertainty about how this will all play out, and this wouldn't be until tonight, tomorrow morning. So I think your severe weather window would be basically about 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. there. And then tomorrow, once we get past sunrise, again with that line of storms developing fairly close to the Louisiana-Texas border tomorrow, if those storms get going, potentially could bring some high wind again, especially south of Interstate 20. But I think the main period of severe weather will be later tonight through early tomorrow morning. Look at your rainfall potential here. Again, this will move through quick enough. We won't see too many issues with this cold front, but it may drop an inch or two of rain here, especially south of Interstate 20. Probably won't cause us many problems, but keep in mind some of those areas did see some heavy rain not only yesterday but last week as well, so it may not take a lot of rain to trigger some runoff that will lead to some high water on some of the roads. So just be careful of that as we go through your Monday night into Tuesday morning, and then we finally have some quiet and just comfortable weather taking over Wednesday through Friday. We'll see plenty of sun out there, very nice high temperatures and cool overnight lows, and once we hit the weekend, it looks like there may be a system late Saturday into Sunday. Right now the rainfall not too impressive with it, but it has caused us to put those slight chance of precipitation in the forecast there. Pretty warm weekend as well, as we should see highs next weekend in the 80s.